Welcome to Pursue, the Bluffton Community Podcast. Here we talk about what it means that God pursues us, how we pursue Him in our daily lives, and how we help others begin pursuing Jesus themselves. Whether you're new to faith, growing deeper, or helping others follow Christ, this podcast is for you. Let's pursue Jesus together.
All right, welcome back. We are in another Pursue podcast. I think we've done like 15 in the past 3 hours.
It feels like
it. We've done a lot, which is cool because I usually enjoy hanging out with you guys. I enjoy hanging out with you.
Yeah.
I enjoy hanging out with Marty, who's
Tonight,
not here.
Yeah.
But in his place, we have Marty Jr., which is super exciting.
Marty, he is Marty Jr., isn't he?
Yes. He is Marty Jr.
So you would be Marty
Yeah.
the third.
You're Marty
Yeah, I'm
the
the third.
Yeah. Which Marty could be a girl's name.
Yeah.
Thank God it's
MC
not.
times 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Well, this
is a weird segue. Anyway.
That's not weird,
but
it's fine.
Hey, who are we here with?
We are here
Kyle?
with Kally Cotter. So typically our podcast is a place, which is me, a Till, which is Ben, and then a Cotter, which is Marty. But Marty is on assignment or whatever it is.
I think
Marty
he's
does.
on a golf trip with his
He's on a
buddies
golf trip.
doing things that we will all laugh at later.
Yeah, I was trying to make it
because-
sound super important.
Yeah,
but-
this is the golf trip where it's not so much about winning the tournament, it's about not losing the tournament. Because I think there was from what I remember a year ago, there was like a gallon of milk left in someone's car for like a week, and then you had to like dump it on your head if you lost the hole or something.
This is
which is why I'm never golfing with Marty.
I'm never golfing
ever.
with Marty either.
I don't care what he says.
We should plan our own golfing thing and no Marty.
Right.
Can I come? I
You
just
could
went
totally
golfing
come.
for the first time last week.
You could totally come.
You could come.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Yeah. Honestly, Marty may not be invited back to the podcast depending
If
on how
you do a
tonight
good
goes.
job.
Okay,
So no pressure.
we'll see.
But this would be great. We also did get some feedback that there was too much middle-aged white man on the screen. So there we went.
fixing it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're fixing it.
Yeah, we did.
We needed the feminine touch. Marty was trying to bring the feminine touch.
It just wasn't working.
Wasn't working out.
No,
It wasn't working out.
He is a man.
He's a man.
More man than probably you and I. So
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Anyway. All right.
Anyway.
Can you tell us why Kally actually is here with us
So
tonight?
Kally is here with us. But by the time you guys hear this next week, you will have heard a sermon that is kind of about like living your daily mission. Like what is your just mission in life? Whether it's going to work, whether it's, being a parent, what is it that you do that is your mission? But we thought it segued perfectly into having an actual person who just was on a mission, and that's why Kally's here.
Yeah.
So it works out well. Works out really well, actually. So we can talk about that a little bit. That'll be cool.
Yeah, and by the way, Kally, congrats! You're our first live guest.
That's true.
Let's go.
We're hoping that happens a few more times. But what a perfect way to kick that off. So
That's hype.
thanks for being here
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah. Well, you see, she brought the Marty flair. She
That's
said
right.
That's
She already
hype.
got a let's go.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Let's
have
go.
that
Let's go.
counter on the screen. Producer
right.
Matt's working on that,
And
so
she
that'll
said-
be post production.
And she said it's hype,
She did.
which is another
She did.
Martyism.
That one was on purpose. The hype was
Yeah.
for him.
I
Yeah.
figured.
R.I.P. for today.
That's right. That's right. I did hear there was a video. So you're working at Orkin.
Yeah.
And you have entered the contract killing business.
Yes, I'm in there.
And there was like a video that you did, and it
Yeah.
sent out to the whole company. They're
Yep.
like, "This is Marty's daughter." Oh my gosh! Because there was a "Let's go," and everybody was like, "We know
Yeah.
exactly who you belong to."
You know,
so good job,
you think you do it at home. It's like, oh no, I'll just
Right.
send it to my friends, and then it's now in the
viral.
He's actually put me on blast an entire meeting with everyone at my branch. We're all sitting there watching a Zoom, and he talks about it, and everyone looks to me, and I was like, oh man, okay.
All I remember seeing is a picture of you in your outfit. I think it was like your first day on the job, and you're holding a Canadian goose, and you're just like. And it was perfect. It was like this is a great intro into Kally being a part of the family
if you
business.
are taking out Canadian geese, like me and you can be best friends. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't like those. I saw a semi hit one today, which was crazy.
Oh, wow.
It was just like.
Yeah. Fun fact: there's a Chinese goose in our pond outside,
A Chinese goose.
which is like an inverse colored Canadian goose, and
That's
I had
crazy.
to text my mom and be like, "Hey mom, you like birds. What kind of goose is this?" And she knew like right away.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I had no idea there was such a thing as a Chinese goose, but now I know.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. What I don't know is, I've known you for a while, but I don't know a ton about you.
Yeah,
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
for sure. I'm Kally.
Okay, that's good.
As we stated, right?
Yeah.
We got that
Thank
done.
goodness we weren't getting
Right.
your name wrong the whole time.
Right. Yeah, most of my life in Illinois, and then finished out high school and here in Bluffton, and then went and pursued some mission life in
That's
Louisville.
Great job branding.
Thank you.
Pursued.
Thank you.
Pursued.
You're gonna fit right in.
Perfect. And yeah, I've since been home and working with Orkin and getting that done. Yeah, just been a super awesome thing. A little fun fact about me, I love a challenge. I love a competition. If you want to lose, let me know. I am
Alright.
there.
I like it. I like
yeah.
it.
And so, yeah.
Nice. I didn't know about the challenge thing. I know that you're a good artist, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I've seen some of your stuff. Very good.
Good
artist.
good is putting it lightly.
Yeah,
She is a
incredible.
phenomenal artist. Yeah.
True story.
I think you helped do like some of the
Yeah.
stuff in Kidstown, right?
I did both of them, yeah.
Yeah,
With some help.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Well, I'm an artist as well, just in a different way. I don't know how, but
Okay. Yeah.
I just thought I'd say that.
Maybe not.
All right. So I guess let's roll into this a little bit more. So you told us about yourself. When and how did you say yes to Jesus?
Yeah, I think that started from a very young age. I was blessed enough to have parents who grew us up in a Christ-like home. I was able to have examples from my older sisters and even now my younger sisters and how to continue to pursue the Lord. Yeah, that's been an incredible blessing, and I think I got baptized around 11 to 13, somewhere in there. Always had a strong relationship with the Lord, but I think my relationship really took off when I actually decided to go to YWAM and pursue that life.
Yeah.
So before we get more into that, this word YWAM, it stands for something.
Yeah.
So you want to kind of get in a little bit into what YWAM is.
Yeah. YWAM is Youth Within Mission. It is when they are taking young adults who are wanting to pursue missions in some capacity and doing a 3-month lecture phase of learning and developing your relationship with the Lord and learning how to be going out and making disciples of all nations, and then actually putting that into practice and going 2 months overseas somewhere in the world and actually doing the thing that we've been learning and practicing.
Cool.
So, talk to me a little bit. I know you went on like a missions trip with your sister. Where did you go for that one?
Yeah.
When was that?
Ooh, that was definitely a few years ago, probably freshman in high school. I went to Mexico with my older sister, and that was with her church. We went on a little week-long mission trip there. Really fun. Got to help paint classrooms and that kind of thing for a Christian household. And then a little down the road, 2 summers ago, I did a mission trip to Guatemala, which I really enjoyed. I did that with another church around here, and it was really good because I got to do so many different things with that. I was able to, do some manual labor and help with digging of a 16-foot hole.
Okay.
And then I was able to help with a VBS and help with kids ministry. And then I was also able to go to the grocery store and get groceries for homes and go into homes and give those to people.
Yeah.
And I got to really see where my strengths were and where my weaknesses were when it came to missions.
Gotcha. So you've kind of been on this mission track for a while now,
Yeah,
right?
for
So
sure.
when do you think your first I want to go on a mission trip kind of thought came into your head?
Honestly, I think it came into play when I was I don't know what I want to do with my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming out of high school, it was okay, what do you want? Work or college? Those are your options.
Right.
And I was what do you mean? How do I just decide that? And up until a month before deciding to go to YWAM, I was planning on staying home and doing online college. But this in the moment, it was just like, I just want to break. And I know that this is a good thing that people can do. And so definitely not the right heart posture at first with it. I definitely was going for like, this looks good on me, so I'm going to go do it. It definitely, the Lord definitely changed that very quickly for me. But yeah, I definitely had the wrong heart posture right off the gate of why I was going. It was to get the attention of like, whoa, is Kally, look what good she's doing.
Okay.
Instead of like, this is a time that I need to go and like pursue the Lord, and it's not about me, but what he's going to do in the hearts around me.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you know about YWAM? Like when was that introduced to you?
My older sister a few years before had went and attended a YWAM in Orlando, Florida, and she had a great experience, got to go spend her outreach in Africa for a little while. And so it was in the family, and I was definitely seeking the Lord and asking him to, I've always had someone come alongside me and help me everyday things. I just want someone to come and help me with my next decision. And she had FaceTimed me and said, I'm going to help you fill out an application right now. And on FaceTime, we filled out an application.
Nice.
And it was like the Lord was kind of answering that for me and helping me through that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like Amy, who leads worship here, she was a YWAM girl. She really suffered. I think her place was like Hawaii. I think she had to go to Hawaii for her YWAM, experience, and it was like awful. But she made it through. But I'm sure she was probably someone who's like, absolutely, you should do this.
Yeah, she was great to talk to. Even now, I love getting with her here and there and talking about our outreach stories and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's crazy because like somehow. I had never heard of it, like ever. And I've been involved in church and church stuff for forever. I've been on some missions, but like I had never heard of YWAM. And then in the space of like a couple of months, like I meet like 5 people that are like, oh yeah,
I did YWAM.
YWAM. YWAM. I'm like, YWAM? What is YWAM?
I'm a YWAMer. Whatever.
Yeah. Is that the term?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a YWAMer. Yeah, I like that.
YWAMer.
I'm not a YWAMer. I never knew about YWAM until I met Amy. So
craziness. So you said that there was like a lecture part, right? Where was that? Like, did you have to go away to that? And then was it like, I guess, like what kind of things was it about? Were you like trying to like learn how to adapt to whatever culture of the place you were going to be? Was it like, what kind of things was involved in that?
So lecture phase, you stay at your base. So I chose Kentucky, Louisville for my base. My sister chose Orlando, Florida. And for that we would sit down and have like lectures every day for the week. And we would have a new teacher every week, which was nice because you got to see like what kind of teaching styles you want. You have some people who are like, the Holy Spirit is leading it, so I don't care if I have slides. I'm just going to listen. And I was like, no, we have slides. Okay. Get through the slides.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see that so many different people would come and give their own way of teaching, which was fun. Fridays, we would have an opportunity to go and do local ministry. So like taking things from the week and going and applying those. For me, it was going to the University of Louisville and on campus, just giving out hot chocolate and seeing if people want prayer or things like that. Just starting to get out of the comfort zone a little bit instead of just jumping immediately into an outreach. Getting some like in the U.S. little bit snippets of what that could look like.
So you keep saying Louisville. Let's talk about that. Is it Louisville or is it Louisville?
I say Louisville.
Is that what they said?
She lived there for
you lived there
a while,
right.
so I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to say it.
We have family friends.
Louisville.
Yeah, we have family friends that are from
Louisville.
Louisville.
You gotta say it like you got molasses in your mouth. Louisville.
Like missing letters.
Right.
But yeah, if you say Louisville, I think they like slap you.
Well, there's a slugger that's a Louisville slugger.
Right.
Louisville slugger.
This is true.
It's important.
I do like those bats. Those are always my favorites.
I know. So in Louisville, you did the lecture stuff. In that phase of the YWAM experience, what did you feel like you learned as a person? Like, what did God teach you through that phase? Because we'll get into the other part of it.
Right.
But like in that phase, what stuck out to you?
Definitely the Lord was showing me my self-worth. Kind of like what I said before of going in with the wrong heart posture. I realized I believed a lot of lies about myself. You know, I'm sure a lot of people know, small town Bluffton, you kind of get some stereotypes and a reputation. And for me, that was, oh, this is the good example of what a Christ-like person should be. And so I held that really proudly. And so that's kind of why I decided to go. It was like, oh, this is another thing that looks good on me. And, you know, I was really taking these things and trying to like live that out instead of being raw with the Lord, and realizing that I was believing these lies of some things of like, I'm not smart enough or I'm not good enough. And I didn't realize those things until it was like, I never got a job because I told myself, oh, I can't do that. Like I can't physically do that. I need someone to help me through that and coach me through that. And I don't have that anymore, so I can't do it. And, you know, different things like that. Or I would get gas and I would cry because I don't know how to pump my own gas. And so there's a lot of things I needed to walk through. And so through that lecture phase, it was actually the Lord uncovering those lies first for me and actually putting those on the table of like, do you see what you were believing? That's not who you are, and you have more worth than that.
Well, and it's kind of funny because like you talked about in your personality, it's like you love a challenge, right? And yet you found yourself like shying away from some of these like less challenging things, but yet a challenge, right? And so it's kind of interesting to hear like, man, maybe God was using this to be like, hey, actually this challenge attitude that you have, this like do hard things attitude that you've applied here can now apply to like every aspect of your life, and you can actually let yourself just be free in that, which is really cool. Yeah.
Well, I think so. We go from Louisville to way far away from Louisville.
Right.
So, like, how does that work? Do you like pick where you want to go? Like overseas, is there like a lottery?
Yeah, so it's not something you pick from the get-go when you like choose where you're going to go to your base. It's not, oh, I'm also going to go here for outreach. It's actually you go through lecture phase and they kind of surprise you with locations. We were doing like a Just Dance to like stay active, and they popped up the locations on the screen for us, and we're all like, ah! Okay. And they give you like 2 days. Obviously, if you need more time, they give you that. But it's a self-reflection of like, okay, Lord, where do you want me to go? We had 7 locations. We had a school of over 70 plus. And so through that, we would pray about it. We wouldn't talk about it with our friends because then that's a little bit biased of like, oh, I know they're going, so I'm going to pick that one too. But actually getting rooted with the Lord. The Lord for me made it very clear where he wanted me to go. When we had a moment where we were just putting out our hands and saying, Lord, I'll go wherever you want me to. And like the Middle East location was just highlighted in my brain. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it.
That's really
and
cool.
Again, with the whole like the pride that I had before, you know, I wanted to go to the cooler places like the Philippines, Colombia, Peru, like the names that people know, not this random Middle East country that nobody has ever heard of in their life. And so I think that was also a test from the Lord to like challenge myself a little bit and do something out there. So, yeah.
Well, do you want to say from here on out, if we slip up and we say the name of the location,
it's okay.
We're not cussing. There may be a beep that happens in the podcast. We're going to put producer Matt to the test on that. But yeah, we're just going to refer to it as the Middle East because we have to be pretty general about it. But it would be kind of fun. Beep.
He's just going to like unnecessarily censor.
Yeah, like when you say Louisville 17 times in a row trying to get it right.
Louisville. Beep. Or I'm going to say something that sounds like it's leading into that, and he's just going to be like, beep.
Yeah.
Or
I
it's
didn't
like,
say anything.
you just got to like get out of the way. Like, there we go.
Yeah.
Got out of the way.
There it is.
There's one beep.
There's one beep.
One beep. This could be a fun game for Matt.
This could be.
A fun game for Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
That's right. That's a fun game. All right. So you decide to go to the Middle East. That's crazy because, even at that point, the Israeli-Iran thing had not started.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of like, what's the Middle East? That's not
ever safe.
Yeah.
Ever safe.
Right. And it's like, well, that's craziness, but that's just kind of what popped. You were just like, yeah, I'm there.
So the other
That's
locations
nuts.
were like there was some Southeast Asia. It sounds like there was South America and probably Africa, some of that kind of stuff. And then there was only one location in the Middle East.
Yep.
And you're like,
I was there.
that's for me.
They didn't do Hawaii anymore.
Well,
that was where
that's a
that would have
base.
been her Louisville.
Oh, that was
base.
her base.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah, Amy was
went
getting a
to,
tan.
like
Don't worry.
Philippines or New Guinea or something like that. I can't remember. She went somewhere in Asia.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, so you picked the Middle East. Like, was there like any type of like, did you second guess yourself? Because I think, like, okay, I just picked to go to a super, well, what we think of as a super dangerous place. I'm going to be around a bunch of people that believe differently than me. And I, in some cases, the different beliefs have been painted different ways, fairly or not, that can be kind of scary. So like, you jump at this, but was there ever a moment where you're like, what did I do?
Honestly, I'm horrible at geography. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into.
She thought she was going
I was
to
like,
It's just
That
like
one
this
looks
Nate
nice.
Bargatze situation where
Yeah,
it's like,
there-
oh yeah, I'm looking for this. I thought it was a city. No, it's a
Right,
country.
right. It's like, it's a pioneer team. I go, that sounds pretty cool. I'll
So,
do that.
yeah.
But
when you got on the plane, were you like, this says it's like a really long flight. I thought I was going to Indiana.
no, not that. Because we had a few weeks of actually learning where we're going and like what we're going to get into.
Cool.
And so arriving there, I guess it was just a shock of like, whoa, this is different. Like there definitely were a lot of culture shock things, like the fact that our building where we were staying, directly next to it, like empty plot, and then a mosque just right next to us. And to honestly see a different culture and religion above Christianity was culture shock in itself. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean Christianity's not on top anymore?
Yeah.
Every few miles there's another mosque, and so like 5 times a day, you're like, what's happening? Because it's like this eerie, mashallah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing.
It's creepy.
It's kind of
I
creepy.
remember walking through Nazareth when I was in Israel and they were playing that. And I'm like,
It's insane.
this is so ironic. I'm like in the birthplace or the
Right.
home place of our Lord, and I'm hearing this Muslim call to prayer.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, it just kind of makes your skin
So-
crawl a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely a little eerier. Even like because it was so prominent there on Fridays, that was like their church on Sunday. They just played the church service over the mosque. So it's all Friday. You're just hearing all these different like sermons. I don't know what they call them there, but yeah, their lessons were just everywhere.
Was there like a need for you to kind of assimilate yourself into some of that? Like there's like the hijabs or whatever that people think about. Did you have to do any of that while you were there?
Yeah. Only if we went into mosques.
Okay.
So like if we were going into their places, then we were being respectful. But it was honestly important to us that we weren't wearing that daily because we don't want to create confusion for the friends that we were making
Right,
of like,
right.
why are you saying this, but then still dressing like we would, and we're respecting that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Now, did that create a problem that like you weren't doing that? I mean, they just kind of realized you're not from our culture.
yeah,
So you're not
it
gonna
was
dress like that.
it was never something like that, especially in Islam. They're very like we don't judge, like Allah will judge, like God will judge you, and I don't have any place to do that. So even if it was affecting them, they wouldn't ever say anything.
Sure.
But I really don't think there was ever an issue with friends. If anything, they were more interested about like what we believed in, what we had going on.
Yeah, yeah. Would you say that they were more like culturally Muslim than they were like super hardcore practicing Islam? Because I feel like there is that interesting dynamic to where it's like if you are a faithful believer of Islam, you're kind of what we would assume is a radical Islamist, right?
Right.
And if you are not that way, you're kind of more interested in, but you're just culturally kind of following the religion. Is that who you kind of ran into more often?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of people who weren't wearing their hijabs, or they would paint their nails, which that's something. It's like if you're going to do a prayer, you don't paint your nails. Like it's unclean to have your nails painted. And so there was a lot of I wouldn't say rebellion, but leeway to the rules.
Yeah.
Especially where I was, there were a lot of people from different cultures, and so it was a little bit more relaxed than it would be in some other Middle Eastern areas.
Okay.
Yeah, because I kind of found that in like Israel, most people were like Jewish by heritage, not
Right.
really by faith. And
Yeah.
you could tell, like,
Right.
these guys believe Judaism. They are practicing, they're doing the whole thing. But the rest of them was just kind of like, yeah, I'm Jewish,
Right.
you know?
But that's
and
how.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
Jewish.
I don't even really know why we follow these rules,
Yeah.
but
Right.
Grandma said we're supposed to, so
Yeah.
we do, and you know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think you kind of have that, you have that idea of, okay, you're going to the Middle East. Like, it's going to be crazy and scary and all that stuff. But I think that maybe, especially in places like where you were, like, I think it might be a little bit overstated. But
Right.
I think also, like, that does exist there, though. There's a reason that kind of thought exists about how that is over there. But, yeah, wasn't as like scary or whatever as we would like sit here and be like, oh,
Right.
yeah, okay, cool.
Not hiding in a box or anything.
Right. So, like, what did you do while you were there? Like, what was your day? What did it look like?
So the main thing we went for was relational evangelism. We would call it friendship evangelism, where we found it a key point to make friendships with people and then introduce the gospel later on in the friendship. Because, as you know, Islam can be like, people who follow Islam are usually pretty devout. And so trying to go up to people and be like, you should follow Jesus.
Right.
One, we would probably get kicked out for that. And two, they would be like, who are you to talk to me? Whatever. Like, keep
Okay.
going on with their day.
Yeah.
Right.
And so making that friendship part of like, I care about you, and so does the Lord, was super important and a key thing for us to do first. And then there was also the base that we were on there. We had a community center where we brought in kids from the neighborhoods around, and we would help them, play games, run a jiu-jitsu class. Watch out, because I learned.
You learned jujitsu?
I learned a few things.
Dude,
Yeah,
yes.
the guy who was training is now in like Brazil for this big competition.
No
so
way.
pretty
You seen
big
those-
deal.
Was he a YWAMer?
His dad was the running the base.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Oh, that's so cool. I kind of want to go now.
So yeah, just being able to play with the local kids and
Yeah.
help them out and let the parents, like the wives would go and like have coffee with some of our girls from the base too, and just be able to bring people in that way as well.
So was that was what I was going to ask. Like, was there kind of like a cover to, like, what's the purpose of you coming here? So, like, when I went to Israel, we were going there for, like, a study trip, right? When you went there, what was your, like,
You wanna hear my spiel?
in? Yes. I want to know, like,
Okay,
at the
obviously I'm a
airport.
YWAM, whatever, but we're saying, hi, like, I'm Kally, I'm new here, we're just here on a cultural internship, here to, like, learn the culture and the food of the Middle East and that kind of thing. And
Okay.
And they're like, okay.
So, a cultural internship.
A cultural
There you go.
internship. That
There you
was
go.
the cover.
I think you just kind of struck on something super important.
Food.
What was the food like? Yeah. I was already,
Right.
you had mentioned.
We weren't going to go there, but since you
Yeah,
did.
you had mentioned,
Okay.
well, we can only keep so much middle-aged male
Right.
out of the
Right,
conversation.
yeah. And
but
if you don't know anything about Cal and I, we like food.
we like food.
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha. Well, I will tell you, there were some places that are like, oh, they're just not eating really well. Other countries. They had Cane's chicken. I was just fine. Let me
So
tell
it's,
you
had
that.
it's like
Cane's chicken?
halfway America
Cane's,
over
yes,
there.
100%.
Yeah.
I
And
had
there's a
Cane's,
military base in this country,
Wingstop,
right?
military base,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
So-
I was doing just fine, but I did love a big thing was like shawarma.
Yeah.
Oh,
love
yeah.
Lots of shawarma.
Love shawarma.
I had a place where I would get like this nice little wrap with some chicken and lettuce. Don't know how it's made, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
And then it was a little spicy, and so then I would get a nice little Snickers smoothie. Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so good.
So, the other thing you talked about was the ladies would have coffee. I'm a huge, like, gigantic coffee snob. I think Ben could speak.
Yeah.
to
You
that.
like coffee. Yeah. and you know your coffee.
Yes. So, did they have like the Turkish style coffee there?
A
with,
little
like, the
bit.
cardamom.
It was
and-
mainly like carrot tea. I don't know
Okay.
if you know that was big. They loved their carrot tea. It was very cheap. You could just go to a place and get it and go on with your day. But yeah, like green tea, black tea, that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably get back to talking about important things.
I mean,
Those are
I feel
important
like we
things.
just talked about two very important
I
things.
agree with that. I agree.
My last question about the food was like Cane's and Wingstop, was it the same?
It was the same.
It pretty much tasted the same. It
The
wasn't
Sprite
like,
tasted different.
This tastes a little lammy.
No,
to
I
me.
think out of
The
anything,
what tasted
Cane's
different?
tasted the best. The Wingstop ranch was not the same.
Okay.
But
They didn't have ranch there. If you wanted like
Hot take.
hot take, McDonald's, they didn't have ranch. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was a little upset, but it's okay.
What do you get ranch for at McDonald's?
My French fries or my chicken nuggets.
Yeah, sweet and sour sauce. What did you dip your fries in?
I
Nothing.
mean, ketchup.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That
weird,
sounds
right?
right.
That's classic.
Weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Dipping his fries
I don't
in
even
ketchup.
know if McDonald's has regular sweet and sour sauce anymore. I haven't eaten
They
there in
do.
a long time.
They do.
With the green,
Yeah.
the green label. Mm.
Yeah, I got my kids hooked on the sweet
Oh,
and
yeah.
sour sauce.
Yeah.
I
That's what
even
you dip your fries in too.
I taught Lachlan to dip his burger in the sweet and sour sauce because that's like a 5-star gourmet meal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. Anyway,
All right, back on track.
Back on track.
So you were there for a cultural internship. I love that
Yes.
language. You know, I love the fact that you kind of had like a cover story.
Right.
And it wasn't like you weren't lying about
Yeah,
it.
it
you
wasn't
know,
lying,
'cause,
but-
you know.
you
Yeah.
were learning culture and trying food. It was good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I am interested to know. So you were doing like relational evangelism. Tell me about some success stories. Were there some like really
Yeah.
cool relationships you were able to form?
Yeah, absolutely. This was more of a we're planting seeds than gonna see a salvation every single day.
Yeah.
The closest salvation and probably like one of my biggest testimonies. If there are kids watching, this may not be sound appropriate for kids. Thank you.
Wow. She's doing her own disclaimers. I love it.
Covering my ears.
Yeah, we had a friend. Her name is Mimi, and she had opened up immediately about her life and how she had been through a lot of sexual and physical abuse from her partner. And it was very sad to hear her tell stories of like him locking her in a room for 2 years, her becoming pregnant, but then because of the physical abuse, losing the child and being like, we need to have a proper burial because she still had to birth it. It was that far along.
Goodness.
And him just saying, nope, and taking it and flushing it down the toilet.
Wow.
And like, eventually, after years, finally getting out of that and definitely having more of a redemption story now. But for her to just to smile and be like, it's okay. It's okay. It's like, no, like, you should have never been treated like that ever. But to see her come to light when we told her about Jesus and how she was like, actually, I had a friend back before the abuse started who was a Christian and said, the Lord told me that you need to leave this relationship. And just then it clicked for her that she was warning her before the abuse started.
Wow.
And just like, so that clicked for her. And we got her to download the Bible app on her phone. And we talked about like, hey, we're going to buy you a Bible. And she was, I already ordered one. Like she got like a nice little box for it too.
awesome.
And she's going to put it on her side table. Her current husband right now is an atheist though, but
Okay.
she's already like ministering to him like, oh, I invite him to read it with me,
Yeah.
or I'll read it out loud so he hears it.
Yeah.
And just like to see the growth already. And we only
Yeah.
got to hang out with her like 2 or 3 times.
So it's not necessarily legal to be Christian in this country. It's just not
Yes.
the norm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are allowed to be, but the issue was trying to convert people.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was
oh,
the
yeah.
main.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you can believe whatever you want to believe here. Just don't convert and try to change anybody's mind type
Right.
of thing. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's nuts to think about because we come from here and everything is like we overindulge in freedom to a large extent.
But I would argue that there's a level to the don't convert me here.
Yeah.
Like there's
right.
the level to where it's just like, I'm going to this church or I believe this thing
Sure.
and it's like, and I have the freedom
Right.
to believe whatever I want to believe. Just leave me alone. and let me
Sure.
be type of thing.
For sure.
But
So-
I have the freedom to try to convert you. Also.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Like-
not just the freedom, like we have the calling, you know, like that's
Right.
why we're here,
Right.
you know? So
Like converting you to become a Cleveland fan instead of a Cincinnati fan.
oh,
Interesting.
Yeah,
I've
we're
been
talking
on
about
that one
baseball
for
now.
a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, right now, I probably need to become a Cleveland Guardians fan because the Reds are trash.
But above 500.
Yeah.
But
7
I
games in a
digress.
row? All right.
I digress. So you go there, like, did you have, so you worked with the kids and you like did all that stuff. Did you have like a job kind of while you were there, or was it just doing this stuff?
Yeah, mainly
the
just
kids?
doing that. So kind of like day to day was wake up later in the day. It was a very night culture. So our first week there, we show
That
up.
sounds awesome.
Right.
I love this
Well,
culture.
Just wait. Our first week there, they're like, okay, here's your group for the night. Go. Don't come home before 10 p.m. And I was like, I've always heard the opposite in my life. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm from small town America.
Yes.
Curfew is 9:30.
Is
Yes.
it because it's like really hot? And
It's
they're-
really hot, and so
Yeah.
they'd rather be out at night than in the mornings. And malls are very popular too because how hot it is during the day.
Well, and probably Ramadan, right?
Yes,
I mean,
with
they're-
Ramadan.
So, were you over there during that?
Like the first or second day, and we were just told do not eat in public or we could be arrested.
Right.
So
From what I've heard, some very strict people, you're not allowed to swallow your own spit. Like nothing is allowed to
yeah.
pass your lips, and so like there are some very strict Muslims who will like spit all day during Ramadan because I'm not going to even
Yeah.
swallow my own saliva because that's how devout I'm being. So we've used a couple terms. Let's kind of pause. You talked about a hijab earlier. Do you want to kind of let everybody know what we're talking about
yeah, that is the women's like head wrap to cover their hair. That you've probably seen in like movies or TV shows, but that's what that is, a hijab. And then they wear the abaya, which is like the gown that they use to cover themselves too.
there? And then we just said Ramadan.
Ramadan.
What is that?
Yeah. Ramadan is a month of fasting for them, and they break their fast in sunrise and sunset, and they usually do that in community. So that's
Yeah.
like a really big event for them. That's very, very important. I think I struggled with it in the sense of this is the time that's supposed to bring them peace, but instead of bringing peace, this is where people are stopping their drinking addiction or their smoking addiction. So people are just getting angrier. Like it's a time where like people get a little like withdrawed from those things.
Yeah.
And the roads get packed because people are trying to make it to their families so
Right.
that they can break the fast with them.
Yeah.
And so road rage gets a little higher, and so
That's a real thing. So when we were in Israel, there was a day we were coming back from the north, and our bus driver was trying to get home for his Ramadan meal, and somebody, I'm not going to name any names, my mother-in-law, was
Okay.
shopping at one of the little rest stops that we went to. There was like a Columbia store of all things at a gas station. And so she was buying this coat because, who doesn't go to Israel and buy a $300 Columbia
coat.
winter jacket and,
Well, I mean,
that sort of thing. And he was like honking his horn and like getting all upset and like moving the bus. And it was just like, yeah, it was a real thing. He was upset.
Yeah.
He was hungry, got hangry, and road rage was on his ticket. So it's interesting.
Well,
His name was Elvis,
Elvis.
of all things.
Love
Wasn't
that.
his real name.
Is that traditional?
Yeah,
Israeli?
it's a traditional Islamic
I
name.
didn't realize the singer that we had here was Muslim back in the day. Elvis?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Fun
okay.
fact.
Wow.
Fun fact. Yeah, that is not true.
Okay.
But anyway,
Well, I thought that's where it came from. So we saw, or you talked about this young lady that you said was kind of coming around a little bit, and you saw some cool stuff with her. What did you see with you specifically while you were there? Like, how did you feel like you
right.
grew or
Yeah.
changed or any of that?
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've known you for a little while, and you came back and like a completely different person.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
But that's funny that you say that though, because
Yeah.
that's what I was told. Like, being in different teams, I had roommates before I left, to coming back and being with them again and seeing them, I was like, I don't even know what I was talking about, but I was passionate and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this was happening and what we were going through, and this is so sad, and I can't believe they live like this. And all my roommates like looked at each other and were like, who is that? Like, that is someone completely different. Like, you talk different, you speak different. Even being there with, like, my team, and them just being like, you're, like, really, like, living now. Like, truly living for the Lord. And we can, like, see it. So that's something I heard from other people. I think for me personally, I really, like, stepped up in worship in a way. Like, I think the Lord was calling me into, like, you know, bringing back my childlike faith again. And so I started, like, dancing for the Lord. I've never taken a dancing class in my life, and it probably wasn't pretty. But just jumping around and twirling and just praising the Lord's name, like, the unity in my team was just so incredible through that, like, they were all encouraging me to do that. Like, some people, it was speak in tongues. Some people, it was laying face down on the ground and just laying there. Do that. And, like, we all were just encouraging each other to do that, and not, like, it wasn't a judgmental thing. It was like, no, they're right with the Lord. Keep going. Like, if you look at her judgeful, then judge on you. Like, honestly. But,
So, you're back, obviously, because we're here.
Right.
What is next? What is next for Bluffton, Ohio? Kally Cotter, are you opening up a shawarma restaurant? I'd be very interested in that.
Yeah, we may invest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, daily.
I love shawarma. It's good.
Yeah.
So, please, open a shawarma restaurant.
That was the other term. What is shawarma? For those who are uneducated in this.
I feel like you would be better.
Shawarma is like a chicken it's like, if you've ever had Indian food, it's like similar to Indian food. It's like just kind of varying levels of spice and lots of different flavor, and it just kind of is.
Is it the big, like, on a skewer and they shave it down?
No.
Meat?
No.
What's that one called?
Oh.
Because I had that one too over there.
That's like
tikka? Chicken tikka.
Yeah, they put it on a spit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's not that. Shawarma is like, it's cut into strips, right?
Yeah, I feel like they kind of made them like little sushis for us, is usually how we had it. Like in a wrap.
Chicken sushi. I don't want shawarma anymore. Sounds like salmonella.
Yeah, uncooked chicken is not okay.
No,
so
just kidding.
You're not opening a shawarma restaurant, I don't think. But what? What is next for you? What did you learn about yourself that is like, man? I think this is what I want to do.
For sure. Like I said at the beginning, believing all those lies. Right now, what was for me is coming back home. Getting the job that is so intimidating, you know, like, I didn't mention it fully, but, like, I was so scared to drive, like, going on Hancock County in line and passing 30 all 4 roads. I could have cried every time. Like, it was so intimidating. I would not like to drive, and this job has me driving from, like, Springfield and Greenville to, like, Findlay and Lima.
And,
so
like, right down my street that my house
down your street.
Yeah. Yeah,
which I just found
we're not gonna name names.
No, but I just found out that was her.
It was just a routine checkup, though.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah, we're so good.
Yeah, it's preventative.
We have bugs.
Yeah,
lots of bugs.
But yeah, so working that job right now and like just stepping up to new challenges daily and just proving in myself like the worth that Jesus has given me and not letting me live in those lies that I used to. And then, my plan is to go back to Louisville here in September and continue training. I just did my disciple training school, my DTS, and now I'm going to continue in my SOMD, which is my School of Ministry Development. A little bit heavier workload, a little bit more discipline I'm going to need with that, but also gaining more leadership and a deeper relationship with the Lord.
Nice.
What's the end goal of like some of these things that you're picking up at YWAM? What would you hope to do with that?
Right now, an ideal is joining the staff there and, helping, the younger generation also come up and step into this if they feel like the Lord's calling them into it.
So speaking of the younger generation, and what would you say to somebody that was like entertaining the idea? Like, I'm thinking maybe I want to go on an overseas mission.
Right.
Like, how would you, I guess, lead them?
Absolutely. I would say definitely talk to people. Start speaking about it, start, actually not letting it just be a thought in the mind, but speaking life into it and see what the Lord does with that. Like, He will call, community around you and people around you, like just rallying those people with you. And, you'll see a lot of big worries with starting the missions is this idea of like, but that's not profit. I'm not making a paycheck. what do you mean?
Yeah.
And that's really scary, and it can be. But just choosing the joy in that, of like, wow, I get to invite people to rally with me and help me in this. And like, the thing that's always helped me is like, if I don't ask them, I'm robbing them the opportunity even to help. And so, because some people, their calling is to support people in that way. Like that's what their mission at home is supporting others who actually get to go out and do that. And so, definitely just getting your words out there, start talking to people and letting people keep you accountable and also rally around you.
Sure. Yeah, cool. So one thing we didn't kind of start with, which we probably should have, what was it like growing up with that guy
Man, look at that.
as
Yeah.
your dad?
I mean, this is probably like 15 years ago, you know, with that hairdo.
Right.
I'm not sure when that started to not be the look, but
So
Or it's a wig. But, you know, that works too. That works
this
too,
was last
yeah.
year, right?
Yes,
this is like last New Year's
the
at the
New
Cotter's
Year's
house.
party,
Yeah.
big deal. Yeah.
I think there was an Elvis picture from the year before.
There
I think so.
was
Yeah.
an Elvis picture, which I think that one made the big screens.
It
so
did
we're
make the big
so we're
screen.
good on
It
that
did
one.
make the big
I
screen.
just like had this nightmare that I can never let anybody take an embarrassing picture of me ever again.
We have one.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
it's in this office, and at some point
I've seen
we
it
will
several
make
times.
sure.
It does not.
Yeah. So the real question is, what was going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's all about the form, really.
Yeah, I mean it was good. I
What-
can see the speed.
Yeah. There's a lot of serious tone going on.
Yeah.
Like really, really in
Yeah.
it.
I'm immediately drawn to how dirty the socks are. That's
Hey,
gross. That's
Did the
gross.
Flash ever wear shoes? I guess we don't know.
But I tell you what, the tutu, I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of got that,
Yeah,
like,
it
I'm
needed
really
that
in
flair.
speed,
Did you-
Yes.
you know?
Did
Like,
you borrow
it's good
that
stuff.
from
no,
Marty?
my mom made it.
You didn't borrow.
Oh,
Well,
She
you
would.
said
She made
no
it for
shout
Yeah,
Marty.
outs,
Mrs.
but
Cotter would make
She
that.
made it for Marty.
Yeah.
Mrs.
She
Cotter,
would-
shout
she would've
out.
done that, Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, we
Mrs.
in lieu
Cotter.
of Marty being here. Anyway,
Yes.
all right. So we're back to being on mission.
Okay.
Here's the question that I have that I think is the thing that coming out of Sunday, talking about being on mission here as a church, people who are helping people say yes to Jesus. What did you learn from your experience at YWAM, your experience overseas in the Middle East, that you have put into practice now that you are back here at home? Have you had any like friendship evangelism conversations and like caught yourself like, oh, I'm doing it here?
Right. I think something that was so big there was the hospitality of how like you could just walk in the park and someone would wave you over and then you sit all evening and eat their food and drink their tea.
Wow.
And just like that was normal.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was bringing that home, like this idea that I can just talk to anyone on the street and that's okay. And so for me, what we would do every morning is pursue like a quiet time with the Lord. So an hour a day, and that can look like whatever it looks like for you getting around with the Lord. It could playing an instrument or reading your Bible or journaling. And so I was pursuing that at coffee shops and going and sitting in coffee shops for an hour, journaling, reading my Bible, and trying to stay in tune with the Holy Spirit of like, okay, Lord, point someone out to me here.
Yeah.
Who do you need me to go encourage? Who do you need me to go pray over? Or if it's just sitting here, who do you want me to just pray in my head to?
Yeah.
And just trying to stay out of hunkering back into what I used to do. Just like, I'm just going to keep to myself. But actually pursuing that way of, you know, like the Lord would go up and speak. So why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
For work right now, it's been easy to, I just like to put on worship music during my day and like pray through my morning. Or if I'm going to homes and, you know,
Yeah.
spraying outside, then I will pray over the home and like rebuke the enemy from, coming in and affecting these people. That's my favorite. You guys ever just rebuke people? Like, in the name of Jesus, I bind you up to the pits of hell.
It's a lot of fun
That's
to
good
kind
stuff.
of like pray over people and just be like, hey, I'm saying the name of Jesus
Yeah.
over these things in your life, and just watching, like, I've done that a couple times with people here recently, and it's just like they open their eyes and it's like they're weeping, and it's just like I've never felt a peace like that before. I'm
Right.
like, let's freaking go.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I have seen you at the coffee shops here, so I know you're continuing with that. So that's cool. I've seen you like talking to like 5 different people, so that's awesome. I think I bought you a Kyle Cotter, which is a trademarked
Man, shout out Twisted
drinks.
Wrist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good, right? It's good.
Yeah, so good.
But that's awesome.
With real honey. and
Real honey.
lemon. Not the fake stuff.
That's right.
It's got to be real.
Lemon.
Or honey and cinnamon. Sorry. I was thinking lemon.
Lemon. That's a
I was
weird
thinking
drink.
tea.
All right.
Like tea with honey and lemon.
So we wish you the best and keep doing what you're doing. And it's very cool. And I am in a lot of ways like jealous of the bravery to step out to beep wherever you went. That's awesome. So thank you.
Yeah.
You filled in admirably.
Yeah, thanks for being here
from Marty.
tonight. Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing. I mean, perfect thing for you to be here to talk about being on mission, helping people say yes to Jesus. And
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that story.
Yep.
Yeah.
This
Thank you.
awesome story about the girl that you met over there and just the way that Jesus has helped her find freedom. You
Yeah.
know?
I think you've probably earned another trip back at some point to the
Yeah.
podcast. So,
I think so.
yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
we have our
for sure.
we have our permanent Marty Fillin.
I think
There
what
we
we'll
go.
do is after you come back, you know, from your September
Right.
experience. So do you get to go on another trip? Okay.
So same layout of 3 months of lecture phase and then 2 months overseas.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So when you get back from wherever you go, we'll have to talk to you
We can
about
talk
it.
about it and beep
To
that
be
name out too.
determined.
Is it possible that you get to go back to the same place?
Could be possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be kind of neat too.
That'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
Re-meet with some of the people that you form relationships with. So
That'd be cool.
awesome.
Awesome. Well, Marty usually closes us out with the smooches and deuces thing.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
Can,
okay.
can we close out in prayer though?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Let's do
Go
it.
for it.
Callie, could you pray for us?
Of course.
Awesome. All right. All right. Let's pray.
Yeah, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this group that we're able to rally here tonight. Lord, that you have placed it on Ben's and Kyle's hearts to, make this possible and make this actually come to life, Lord, that we're able to seek you daily, that, Lord, that you are sending people on missions from all the way to going to different countries to being a stay-at-home mom or those kind of things, Lord, that you are calling everyone into something new daily and that you continue to do that. We thank you for this opportunity and just pray blessings over everyone in the rest of their week. Amen.
Amen. All right. Thanks,
right.
Callie.
Yeah.
Hey, love God, love others. Smooches and deuces. I didn't say it as
We'll
cool.
see you next time.
We'll see you next time. I didn't say it as cool.
Keep pursuing.
Keep pursuing.